Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dave once again, coming live to you through LinkedIn. Today, starting with my brief, I represent the India office of Fairfax County Economic Development Authority, and I'm also a charter member at Thai Bangalore community, aiming to help the organizations across India in the successful transition to the US. Today I'm at cusp of launching an absolutely new series that celebrates the accolades some of my esteemed network members have achieved. I think among all the grim things that have happened in the past few months, it's time to celebrate the small joys. Though this is a big one. It gives me an immense pleasure to announce the special precursor event of this new series, Success Story Series, Fairfax County in an epic year of firsts. Today's event is slightly different from what I do generally. Though the context will be more or less the same, we'll still be circling around the questions, but would like to give the guests the freedom of jumping to an alternate topic where the information could be relevant for all of us. Before we move forward to the fireside chat with the experts, the masters, and introduction to our esteemed panelists, I would like to inform you all about a very, very important investment summit coming up this Monday from June 7th to June 11th. Well, the 2000 summit, the 8th annual investment summit, will be the first ever virtual summit by Select USA. While maintaining the core integrity of the series, there will be over 100 virtual sessions, virtual exhibition hall with eminent economic development leaders from the local and state governments and service providers and a robust networking platform. Fairfax County Economic Development Authority, my organization, which has maintained an India office since 2004, will also be in the Northern Virginia Economic Development Alliance booth at the upcoming Select USA Investment Summit. So all the entrepreneurs in my network who are connected to me by first, second, third connections, who have also registered for the summit, do visit us, and later on feel free to connect with me, contact me to know about the benefits of the location of your business being there and how India offers how I can support you in the succession. Now I would like to invite the esteemed panelists for the fireside chat. My first guest tonight is Mr. Lee, the Foreign Commercial Officer at U.S. Department of Commerce. About him, throughout his career, Lee has been widely known for his adaptability, skills, and exposure over international markets. Lee has a strong track record in strategy formulation and is known for his analytical band of mind. I won't even begin to mention the number of awards he has won so far, but definitely would have to tell you that he's known amongst his colleagues for cooperation and innovation. It is my honor to have him on the episode, talking on behalf of the Select USA. Now, my
Thank you.
next guest is thank you. My next guest is Ms. Juhi Nathani, the Assistant Director at Fairfax County Economic Development Authority. She is a strong proponent of entrepreneurship and has assisted multitude of organizations till date and is highly revered in the industry. She is also the board of directors at Thai DC. I am very happy to have you, Amisaz Juhi, representing Northern Virginia Economic Development Alliance.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you. Finally, yet importantly, it is my honor to have Mr. Sridev Nair, the founder, the managing director at Corsonen Systems. Previously, Sridev was the vice president at Bartronics India and have hold leadership positions in multitude of organizations. I must say, under his able guidance, all the companies he has been with all have seen lot of accolades. Welcome, Sridev.
Thank you, Dave.
Uh, Thank you. So, are you guys ready? Over to you, Lee, Juhi, and Sridev.
Thanks, Dave. Absolutely. And thank you for the kind introductions. We're very excited to be here. And thank you for inviting us to your live platform for this special event. It's a precursor to a very exciting series that you're planning. I know that. And I'm looking forward to your success story series as well, starting soon. So as Dave said, I am actually wearing two hats today. I am Assistant Director of International Business Investment at Fairfax County Economic Development Authority. We're located in Northern Virginia, but the FCEDA, as we are called, is also part of a larger alliance of 9 other jurisdictions and us that form the Northern Virginia Economic Development Alliance. And it's my pleasure to be here to talk about the NOVA EDA at Select USA and to talk about Select USA from the point of view of the organizers, which Lee is representing, as well as the visitors or delegates, which today Sridev is representing. So I'm going to kick it off with Lee. Lee, I found out yesterday that a very important person is going to be at Select USA. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the summit?
Great. Thank you very much, Juhi. And Dev, thank you for that wonderful introduction. I appreciate it greatly. It's always a pleasure to work with NOVA and Fairfax County EDA. The Select USA Investment Summit is the premier event for FDI promotion into the United States. This year, because it's a virtual event, we have all 50 states participating. That's the first time in, I think, the 7-year history of the event. Also, we have confirmed, as Juhi indicated, that President Biden will be addressing the entire group at the plenary session. And so we do hope, if you're signed up, you'll definitely join for that. It should be very exciting. This program brings together economic development organizations from across the country. It brings together government leaders, industry leaders, and investors like yourselves. This is an opportunity for you to sit down and talk with and discuss the pros and cons of various decisions and investment opportunities you may be considering. I strongly recommend that you work with the professionals and the EDOs to explore opportunities and learn what each geographic area brings to the table when they offer what suite of services they can deliver to you. I do know that every sector has a different focus. For instance, if you're in healthcare, you're probably going to be up in the New England area because of the proximity of Boston. You might want to choose Minneapolis because of the proximity of the healthcare expertise in that area. If you're looking for software and opportunities to serve the government, Northern Virginia is a definite place to consider. If you're just focused on software, California might be of interest to you. In one place, you can meet those professionals who can help you determine the most suitable place for your investment. Thank you, Juhi.
Fantastic. That's great. And it's excellent news about President Biden, too, because I think the last time we had a US president address Select USA attendees was at President Obama's time in 2016. So it's great. I'll be there. I look forward to it. And thank you for telling everyone the benefits of joining the exposition, whether you're an investor or an EDO like us. For us too, it's an excellent opportunity to meet visiting delegates, whether they're virtual or in person, to tell them and showcase a little bit about our jurisdiction, so that they can find a best fit for themselves. So I think that this begs for a perspective from Sridev. As a delegate, you are going to Select USA this year. What brings you there? What takes co-resident to Select USA?
Well, co-resident is a technology company, and we are at a growing stage. And we are actually looking out to open an office in US and start our business in US. So as we have been exploring that, we came across Select USA. And what we like about Select USA, it is a kind of a single platform to know more about the businesses in US, meet and interact EDOs, know where to start, what are the different type of business-friendly policies, as well as the incentives that are on offer. We feel it's a great networking opportunity to initiate a partnership dialogue with the businesses and the ecosystem in US. And as we explore our dream of starting in business in US, we feel this is a single platform which provides a lot in one shot. So that's what brings us to Select USA.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. So thank you for sharing that. I can tell you why we are going to Select USA. And like I said, this is the first time that Fairfax County EDA is exhibiting under the NOVA EDA banner, which is, like I said, a new alliance of 10 different jurisdictions. So we're collaborating to essentially pitch Northern Virginia as a business destination. And very rightly, as Lee said, every destination is not for every type of company. And we're definitely very strong in tech, in government contracting, emerging technologies, information technology and everything new that's coming up in that field, whether it be AI or data science or cybersecurity, which is a huge cluster for us. So just to tell you a little bit about Northern Virginia, why we think that location is ideal for companies from anywhere in the United States as well as the world is one, because of its strategic location. We're in the mid-Atlantic area of the United States on the East Coast, right in the center of the East Coast. So it provides great access to people who choose to locate there. Proximity to the federal government doesn't hurt, of course. Washington, D.C. is a train ride, a metro ride away for us. In Northern Virginia. But I think more importantly, Northern Virginia as a region offers the digital and business infrastructure and ecosystem that companies are looking for the business ecosystem to learn from others, as well as develop partnerships and potential clients. The digital infrastructure to run their operations. Everything is going digital now. And, with our data center central in Loudoun County, all the infrastructure that we have for life sciences companies in Prince William County, Arlington and Fairfax with their corporate headquarter, locations and clusters, just make for a really nice place, not only to work, but also live and play. So I will say that. But I'm going to stop pitching about Fairfax County and Northern Virginia. I will say this, though, that it has been a year of firsts for us. It has been a year of firsts for everybody, but we've had to change gears and innovate by, supporting our companies through the pandemic, but then also forming these alliances and collaborating and working together.
Juhi, hi. I'd love to follow up on that. It seems to me that while a lot of other places saw things slow down or even come to a stop, that maybe Fairfax County and Northern Virginia didn't. Can you maybe describe a couple of the more impactful innovations that were released in the past year?
Oh, absolutely. Our tagline for Northern Virginia is "Innovation Lives Here," and it's a play on words, as you can see on my background. NOVA EDA, NOVA, also stands for Northern Virginia. It's a very common colloquial term used here. So whenever you say NOVA, it means Northern Virginia. And yes, like I said, we've been very innovative in changing even tracks for ourselves, talking more about connecting our companies to the resources and support and assistance from the federal government in terms of loans and economic injury grants that the government provided during the pandemic. Everybody went virtual, of course, and you're absolutely right, Lee. We didn't stop. Even for FCDA India, we just switched everything that we were doing in person to online. We continued visiting India. We kept in touch with all of our stakeholders and our prospects, and we continued the engagement for when things got better. Other than that, and other than the collaboration that I just mentioned with the NOVA EDA, Fairfax County EDA started a new talent initiative, which was unique and innovative in its own right. There were a number of displaced workers as a result of the pandemic, and we did a special virtual career fair to connect those displaced workers to companies that were still hiring. And by the way, companies are still hiring in Northern Virginia. We have about 60,000 job openings in the region, and the region has access to about a 3 million person talented and skilled workforce. So what we are doing is we are trying to create those platforms to connect these two sides of the story, so to speak. So this is these are some of the examples, and of course I can go on forever, but I don't know if Lee, you had anything for Sridev as well.
Well, I do as well. I do want to state, though, that particularly in the Delmarva, the Nova area, some of the best universities are located there, and having access to that talent pool really is an advantage. Anyway, I do want to look to Sridev for an answer to this question, because I'm a little biased, but I'd love to hear your words. Why the USA?
Actually, it should be why not USA, because from technology perspective, USA is the largest market in the world, and we being IT, IoT technology company, USA is the market to go, particularly when we are in the growth phase and we are looking for further growth. More importantly, the way we are looking at USA is as a gateway to internationalize our business. We have done a few business in Middle East and Southeast Asia, but we did not go the way we did not globally market ourselves the way we would like to. So we see USA as the right place to start to internationalize our business, and that's a gateway for us. USA is the gateway for us. The other thing being that in US, if we are able to market our products, then the kind of the customers and the kind of demand on technology, we know that we can always be ahead of the curve in terms of innovation, as well as the new product development and launch. So that way we see USA as a kind of a critical market for us to internationalize our company.
Excellent.
That's great.
I have a question for you. That's primarily regarding what in this particular event, what can entrepreneurs expect from this summit? It's definitely a great summit. So what more can we expect, and what can you give us the details?
Sure, absolutely. Well, not only do you get to meet with folks from the 50 different jurisdictions in America, central government regulators and authorities, but you also are going to be given the chance to meet pre-screened companies. Each one of you who joined this fair have gone through a vetting process, and that's to make sure that, not that, for tax purposes, it's to make sure that you're developed and you're ready to do business. We like to pride ourselves on trying to get you to discussions that are more advanced than the simple introductions. By being part of Select USA, you already can assume that your counterparts that you'll be meeting with know your background and understand that you're ready to move. They're ready to hear your specific questions and give you concrete answers. You as entrepreneurs should be prepared to go to each of the booths and ask direct questions. What can be done? How do you help me find my location? What do you do to introduce me to the job pool? How do you connect me to the infrastructure systems that I need to be part of? This is a starting point. All your questions won't be answered, but you should expect to be much further down the road at the end of the program than you are at the beginning. And another good thing about this program too is because it's virtual, the platform's going to remain active beyond the closing date of the event. So any meetings that you can't get to, or any conflicts that you need to arrange to have follow-on meetings later, that platform is going to be there. The SUSE platform remains active through June 30th. That should be helpful as well.
Oh, I think that's a great benefit.
I hope so too.
Yeah, fantastic. And it's great that you mentioned all of that. I will just add to it, the organized or scheduled programming, I think, is very important as well.
And all the workshops and all the skills that you'll be able to start accessing through this program. There are a number of workshops that you can sign up for. There are a number of individualized programs. There's the Women in Technology. There's the Select USA Tech event. All of these are designed to focus in on core areas that are of most interest to you. Of course, it won't be the end all and be all, but it will start the process of the relationship building that we think is so important to develop those investment opportunities and give you the tools to be able to make the right decisions early.
Yeah, and even for EDOs, you have workshops for us too, which are really good as economic development organizations to learn more about how to present ourselves, how to showcase our strengths and our strong points. And speaking of the EDO perspective, that is why we go to Select USA as well. Just like for Shri Dev, it's 50 states under one roof, one virtual roof, so to speak. For us too, it is those vetted delegates that are serious about making expansion decisions in the near future timeline, and we get to meet with them. So for us as well, like I mentioned before, it's a matter of finding the best fit. So we try to meet with as many delegates as we can, whether it's in the booth or using the event platform and setting up one-on-one meetings that are mutually convenient. We would like to meet as many people as possible so that we are able to help guide them as to whether we're right for them or not.
Mm-hmm. It's my understanding over 2,000 meetings have already been set up as of, I think, yesterday. And you can use the various networking tools and select specific sectors that you want to focus on. And EDOs that list that sector as being of interest, you can go right to them. Other regulatory bodies that are present that focus on that sector, you can start developing a communication relationship with them as well. This is a chance for you to meet all the relative players that can affect your decision-making. And we highly recommend that you take advantage of it. And we're here to help you make that reality come true.
And make sure you visit the Nova EDA booth and meet with me. We will be manning the booth. That's one of the advantages of being, a coalition of sorts, is that we have the booth manned from 9 to 5 every day by one or the other member of the Nova EDA. So
is that 9 to 5 India? Is that 9 to 5 India Standard Time?
9 to 5 U.S. Eastern Time. But yes, thankfully, and that's one of the reasons why locating to the East Coast is desired by so many Indian companies, is the time difference is better, so much more convenient than the West Coast. So for that reason only, I'll be happy to set up a meeting at 8:30 a.m. U.S. Eastern or 8 a.m. U.S. Eastern if it works better for our folks attending from India. And go ahead, please.
Ask Juhi, you sort of led up to this. Can you maybe explain to the audience, how does Fairfax County Economic Development Authority work with your partners, and how do you identify opportunities and help them come to fruition?
Oh, absolutely. And this is one of the things that we take a lot of pride on. First of all, everything that we do to support either our resident businesses or the businesses that are looking to expand to our area is free and confidential. And we're very conscientious of that fact to maintain that free advice as well as, or the free tools as well as the confidentiality of our companies. We can help them in so many different ways. And like I said, the assistance doesn't end once the company comes to Fairfax County. We continue to work with them to help them. And I'm sure my colleagues in the other jurisdictions will say this same as far as Nova EDA is concerned. When you're looking for business expansion into a new market, there are a lot of unknowns. So we can help you try and navigate some of those unknowns. Soft business landing services is a good term for it. Get connected with the community, local chambers of commerce, local service providers that'll help you either incorporate, find you lawyers that'll help you set up your payroll, your accounting, your taxation. These are things that are important, and you want a local provider, and we can connect you to those providers. Helping you find office space, that's a huge part of what we do. You come into a new place, you don't know where you want to locate, we can give you a general idea of what each region offers within the larger geographic area, and you can choose your location. Once you've chosen your location, we can even help you find offices that are available in that location. And then again, as a new company, you might want to opt for a co-working space. So we have a list ready for you to make your choice. A lot of market intelligence. We can help you with the data that you need to make an informed decision. And a lot of this is already available on our website. But if not, you can ping any of us and we'll provide you with information on particular industry clusters, the supply and demand side on that cluster. You can see where you fit in. We also, for our resident businesses that are already here and established, we help them a lot with exposure and PR and taking their message more public. We have a really distinguished communications division, and we have so many publications that we produce in-house. We have a newsletter with 10,000 subscribers. So, all of that is available to our companies and the companies that want to move to our area. And of course, I can give more details, but probably better on a different platform, one-on-one. And not to hog the time either, Sridev, do you have any specific questions prior to visiting the summit?
Yeah, actually, I have one more question for Lee. Sure. And what are the three most important pieces of advice to businesses looking to enter in US what are the three most important pieces of thing that they need to keep in mind as per you?
Well, coming to this job after 25 years of private sector experience, I do have some thoughts on this matter. The three things that I think are most important in making your decision is being close to your customer or your partner. That's number one. Number two is ensuring that you have adequate and cost-effective access to necessary infrastructure, whether that be roads to bring your workers or railroads to move your containers of product, or proper internet to be able to reach out to your global empire if you're running a SaaS type service. These things are all considerations that should go into your decision. The final one, and this is something that I really do take very seriously because of my history in business, is making sure you understand the intellectual property protections, the role of patents, what your patent may be here in India, does it have any validity in the US? And more importantly, proprietary business process information, i.e. that secret sauce that you don't patent because you don't want anybody to know it, needs to be protected. Make sure you know best practices for the jurisdiction that you're entering into on how to have the right agreements with your employees so that you protect that proprietary information and keep it from slipping out. Those are my three biggest pieces of advice, and I hope they're useful.
Thank you.
Very useful. And we are actually coming up to the end of our time. So if there are any pressing questions, now is the time to ask them.
I do want to make one last comment that's really special about so many countries, but America in general. When you establish a company in the United States and you register it, be it in Fairfax County or Fargo, North Dakota, and become a US company, you get access to all the free trade agreements and protections that the US government can offer to American businesses. You get access to the Foreign Commercial Service that can help promote your exports out of the US into other markets. We're here, you not only invest in America, but America invests in you. Thank you.
That's a great point, Lee. There are so many benefits that companies get from becoming an American company, having a US legal entity. And that's something, Sridev, I'm sure it already is part of your consideration, but should be if you plan to do any business with the United States. Right. So I think it's time for us to wrap it up if there isn't anything else. And I will just reiterate one last time that we would love for everyone to visit the Nova EDA booth at Select U.S.A. Search for us by Nova or Northern Virginia, and you will find Fairfax County Economics Development in that booth carrying the flag for Northern Virginia. Dave, thank you once again. It's back to you.
First, thank you so much, Lee, Sridev, and Juhi for your precious time today evening, tonight, today morning. Now, before I conclude the event, I want to ask, let's say, one question from my side to all the panelists. Did you get vaccinated, and how was the experience?
I'll jump in on that. Yes, I did get vaccinated. The first one was a breeze. The second one was pretty tough, but I had to go to work anyway, so
Wonderful.
made it
And
through. Definitely
about
worth doing, and I recommend everybody get vaccinated, but that's my personal recommendation.
I second
Yeah.
that. And how about you, Shridev?
Yeah, I could not get vaccinated, but this being a virtual event, thankfully I can attend.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Get vaccinated very soon. And how about you, Juhi?
I think that my background says it all. I did get my shot, 2 shots from state of Virginia, and I actually didn't have too much to complain about either. It was a reasonably smooth process, maybe a little bit of headache or something like that after the second shot, but I'm good. I'm fully vaccinated.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Okay, folks, this is that's it. Thank you so very much for being a part of the event today. I had a lot of fun and learnings, and hope you did too. Until the next time, take care and be happy. And to those who couldn't attend because of the time constraint and other priorities, the video will always be there on LinkedIn, as well as I'll shortly be sharing the link to you all. So please revisit us, and thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Dave.
Thank
Bye.
Thank
you.
you.
Nice meeting you.